My beloved child, before this moment passes, listen with your whole heart, because this message is about your son, and tomorrow morning may become a memory you never forget. Do not rush away, because every sentence connects to something that has been quietly unfolding while you were busy with life. There are moments that arrive without noise, yet they change everything that follows. This is one of those moments. Stay till the end, because the final piece brings the entire picture together. Your son has been standing at the edge of a new chapter, even if no one around him has noticed it. Small signs have appeared, hidden inside ordinary days, and most people would ignore them because they never look closely enough. But you are here for a reason. Tomorrow morning is not about luck. It is about recognizing an opportunity before it quietly passes by. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you in the next few moments. There is something remarkable about the first light of tomorrow. Not because the world will suddenly look different, but because one unexpected moment can completely change the direction of someone's confidence, hope, or future. Your son may hear words he never expected, notice an opportunity others overlook, or discover a path that has been waiting for him all along. What appears small at first could become the beginning of something much greater. That is why this message matters. Most people only understand the importance of a moment after it has already disappeared. You have the chance to see it before it arrives. Keep listening carefully, because the next revelation explains why this timing feels so unusual. Don't skip. Every second from this point forward adds another piece to the story. Now pay close attention, because the final thought is the one almost everyone misses. The greatest turning points rarely announce themselves with loud celebrations. They arrive quietly, disguised as ordinary mornings, simple conversations, unexpected decisions, or one opportunity that almost slips away unnoticed. Tomorrow morning could become exactly that kind of moment for your son if it is met with wisdom, encouragement, and confidence instead of hesitation. Remember this feeling, because when the sun rises, you may suddenly recognize why you heard these words today. Stay till the end of this journey, because what comes next uncovers the hidden connection that has been building beneath the surface all along, and the next chapter reveals why tomorrow's morning may become the beginning of something no one saw coming. Look even deeper now, because the story is only beginning to reveal itself. Tomorrow morning is important for your son not because something impossible is guaranteed to happen, but because certain moments become meaningful only when they are recognized. Many people walk past life-changing opportunities simply because they believe every morning will be the same as the last. Your son does not have to make that mistake. There is a quiet confidence waiting to awaken inside him, and once it does, even the smallest step can begin leading towards something far greater. Stay till the end, because the next revelation connects everything you have heard so far. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine looking back just a few weeks from now and realizing that everything began with one ordinary sunrise. Perhaps your son chooses courage over hesitation. Perhaps he notices an opportunity that everyone else ignores. Perhaps one conversation opens a door that had seemed permanently closed. The remarkable part is that these moments never announce themselves in advance. They appear quietly, asking only for attention and belief. That is why this message arrived before tomorrow instead of after it. Every sentence has been leading toward this realization. The next chapter uncovers why the timing matters even more than the event itself, and why patience may become your son's greatest advantage. Before this chapter closes, remember one thing above everything else. The future is often shaped by ordinary choices made during extraordinary moments. Tomorrow morning may look like every other morning, yet it could carry the beginning of a completely different direction for your son. Encourage him to face the day with hope, focus, and confidence, because those who remain prepared often recognize opportunities long before anyone else does. Don't skip what comes next, because another hidden piece is about to come into focus, and when it does, the entire picture will start making sense in a way you never expected. A quiet truth is about to come into focus, and this is the part very few people ever stop long enough to understand. Tomorrow morning is not simply another page on the calendar for your son. Sometimes life places a single moment in front of someone that looks completely ordinary from the outside, yet later becomes the moment they talk about for years. That is why you are still here. Every sentence has been leading to this point. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The next few moments may help you see tomorrow in a way you never have before. Watch closely, because the smallest detail can become the beginning of the biggest change. Think about how many great journeys begin with one simple decision. Not a dramatic announcement. Not a perfect plan. Just one choice to step forward instead of standing still. Tomorrow morning may offer your son one of those quiet opportunities that most people overlook because they are expecting something louder. But the greatest opportunities rarely arrive with applause. They often appear through an unexpected conversation, a new idea, a surprising invitation, or a chance that seems almost too ordinary to notice. Stay till the end, because another important piece is still hidden ahead, and everything is becoming clearer with each passing moment. Now the picture is beginning to connect. This message was never about predicting every detail of tomorrow. It was about helping you recognize that extraordinary beginnings often wear ordinary clothes. When your son wakes up, encourage him to walk into the day with confidence, patience, and an open mind. Sometimes that mindset alone is what allows a person to recognize the opportunity that changes everything. The final chapter is still ahead, and it holds the last missing piece that brings this entire journey together. Don't skip, because what comes next may completely change the way you remember tomorrow morning. Everything has been leading to this final moment, and now the message becomes complete. By the time tomorrow morning arrives, you may be tempted to think nothing unusual is happening. That is exactly how meaningful moments often appear. They do not introduce themselves. They simply arrive, waiting for someone to notice them. Your son may experience a conversation that inspires him, discover an opportunity he never expected, or find the confidence to take a step he had been delaying for far too long. Whatever tomorrow brings, remember that the smallest beginning can become the foundation of the greatest future. Don't skip these final words, because something huge is waiting for you in the way you choose to see the morning. One day you may look back and realize that this was never about a single sunrise. It was about preparing your heart to recognize possibility before everyone else did. Your son's journey will not be defined by one event alone, but by the choices he makes when opportunity quietly appears. Encourage him to believe in his abilities, to remain kind, to stay focused, and to move forward even when the next step seems uncertain. Those who remain ready often discover doors that others walk past without ever noticing. Stay till the end, because the final thought is the one that ties every part of this journey together. As this message comes to a close, carry one simple thought with you into tomorrow. Every remarkable story begins with a moment that seems completely ordinary. When your son opens his eyes tomorrow morning, let him welcome the day with hope instead of doubt and expectation instead of fear. The future is built one decision at a time, and tomorrow may become one of those decisions that shapes everything that follows. This chapter ends here, but your son's story is still being written, and the next page is waiting to be discovered with the rising of the morning sun. There is one final perspective that deserves your attention before this journey truly ends. Tomorrow morning is not valuable because it promises certainty, it is valuable because it offers possibility. Every successful story begins with someone choosing to believe that today can be different from yesterday. Your son may not immediately recognize the importance of the moments ahead, but that does not make them any less meaningful. Stay focused until the very last sentence, because something huge is waiting for you. Don't skip. Sometimes the greatest opportunities appear so quietly that only those who are paying attention ever notice them. Picture the first few moments after sunrise. The world looks almost the same, yet countless new chances already exist. A fresh conversation, an unexpected idea, a new direction, or a simple decision could become the turning point your son remembers for years to come. Most people spend their lives waiting for dramatic signs while overlooking the quiet moments that actually shape their future. That is why this message arrived before tomorrow instead of after it. It is an invitation to welcome the day with confidence, patience, and hope, because remarkable beginnings rarely look remarkable in the moment they begin. Now the journey reaches its true conclusion. Whatever tomorrow brings, remind your son that every sunrise carries the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to move one step closer to the person he hopes to become. Encourage him to face the morning with courage, kindness, and determination, because those qualities often reveal possibilities that others never see. When tomorrow becomes today, you may remember these words and realize that the real message was never about predicting the future, it was about being ready to embrace it the moment it arrives. Before this story fades from your mind, hold on to one last thought. The moments that quietly shape a person's future are almost never recognized while they are happening. They feel ordinary, familiar, and easy to overlook. Yet tomorrow morning may become one of those rare moments for your son if he chooses to meet the day with confidence instead of hesitation. Don't skip these final words, because something huge is waiting for you, not in certainty, but in the possibilities that every new sunrise brings. The greatest opportunities are often found by those who remain alert when everyone else assumes nothing special is about to happen. As the morning begins, your son may never realize how many paths are opening in front of him at the same time. A simple conversation could inspire a new goal. A small decision could create unexpected momentum. A single act of courage could become the first chapter of a much greater journey. That is why this message has encouraged you to pay attention from the very beginning. Extraordinary futures are rarely built through one dramatic event. They are built through ordinary moments that are embraced with extraordinary determination. Stay until the very end of this message in your heart, because its meaning becomes stronger each time you remember it. Now let these words travel with you into tomorrow. When your son steps into the new day, remind him that every sunrise offers a chance to begin again, to think differently, and to move forward with purpose. Encourage him to welcome every opportunity with patience, wisdom, and hope, because those who are prepared often recognize possibilities long before anyone else does. One day, you may look back at tomorrow morning and realize that it was never about waiting for something extraordinary to happen. It was about recognizing that an extraordinary future can begin with one ordinary step taken at exactly the right time. There is one more layer to this journey that cannot be ignored. By the time tomorrow morning arrives, the world around your son may look exactly the same, yet the way he chooses to respond to it can make all the difference. Many people wait for the perfect moment before taking action, never realizing that the perfect moment often appears only after they take the first step. Don't skip these next words, because something huge is waiting for you. Every sentence has been leading toward this realization: the future is rarely announced, it is quietly discovered. Imagine your son standing at the beginning of a brand new day with possibilities he cannot yet see. An unexpected idea may enter his mind. Someone may say something that changes the way he thinks. A simple opportunity could appear that seems small at first but grows into something far greater over time. These are the moments that shape remarkable stories. They are easy to overlook because they arrive without excitement or celebration. That is why paying attention matters. Stay with this message until the very end, because the final connection is closer than ever, and what seems ordinary today may become unforgettable tomorrow. As this chapter closes, remember that tomorrow morning is not about waiting for life to surprise your son. It is about encouraging him to meet the day with confidence, gratitude, and an open heart. Every sunrise carries unseen possibilities, and every new beginning offers another chance to move forward. Years from now, he may remember that everything started with one ordinary morning and one simple decision to embrace the opportunities placed before him. The final chapter is still ahead, and it brings together every piece of this journey in a way that completes the story. Now the final pieces begin to fall into place. If you have stayed with this message from the very beginning, you already know that tomorrow morning was never meant to be feared, it was meant to be noticed. That is the difference. While others wake up expecting another ordinary day, your son has the chance to begin it with purpose, confidence, and hope. Don't skip these last moments, because something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest gift is not a dramatic event, but the ability to recognize an opportunity while everyone else walks right past it. Picture the first rays of sunlight touching a brand new day. In those quiet moments, countless possibilities exist that no one can predict in advance. Your son may discover a new direction, meet someone who inspires him, or find the courage to pursue something he has been putting off. None of these moments need to be loud to become meaningful. In fact, life's most memorable turning points often begin in complete silence. That is why this message has asked you to keep listening. Every chapter has been preparing you for this simple truth: extraordinary futures are built one ordinary morning at a time. As this journey reaches its conclusion, carry these words with you beyond tomorrow. Encourage your son to welcome each new day with determination, kindness, and an open mind. The greatest opportunities often arrive disguised as ordinary moments, waiting for someone who is ready to embrace them. Whether tomorrow becomes a small step or the beginning of something much greater, let it remind you that every sunrise offers a fresh chance to move forward. And perhaps, when you look back someday, you will realize that the most important part of this message was never about predicting the future, it was about being ready to create it. One final reflection remains, and it may be the most important of all. Tomorrow morning is only the beginning, not the destination. The real story is what your son chooses to do after the sun rises. Every meaningful journey starts with a single moment that seems ordinary to everyone else. Don't skip these closing words, because something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest opportunities never announce themselves. They simply appear, waiting for someone prepared enough to recognize them before they quietly pass by. As your son steps into a new day, remind him that confidence grows one decision at a time. Every conversation can teach something valuable. Every challenge can reveal unexpected strength. Every new beginning carries possibilities that cannot be seen until someone has the courage to move forward. This is why every chapter of this message has pointed toward the same truth. The future is not built by standing still and wondering what might happen. It is built by embracing each new morning with purpose, patience, and hope. Stay until the very last sentence, because the meaning of this journey becomes clearer than ever before. Now the story rests in tomorrow's hands. When your son greets the morning, let him remember that no sunrise is ever completely empty. Every day offers another chance to learn, to grow, to discover, and to become stronger than the day before. Whether the opportunity is small or unexpectedly significant, encourage him to welcome it with an open heart and a determined spirit. One day, when he looks back on this chapter of his life, he may realize that what seemed like an ordinary morning quietly became the first page of an extraordinary new beginning. The journey has almost reached its final destination, but one last truth deserves your attention. Tomorrow morning is not important because it guarantees an extraordinary event. It is important because it reminds your son that every new day arrives carrying possibilities no one can fully see in advance. Don't skip these final moments, because something huge is waiting for you. The greatest stories are rarely written in a single dramatic moment. They are built through quiet choices, steady courage, and the willingness to embrace each sunrise with hope instead of hesitation. When your son opens his eyes tomorrow, encourage him to notice what others overlook. A new idea may arrive unexpectedly. A simple opportunity could become the beginning of a much larger journey. A conversation that seems ordinary might leave a lasting impact. These moments often pass unnoticed because people expect life-changing experiences to be loud and obvious. Yet history is filled with stories that began in silence, with one ordinary morning and one person choosing to move forward. Stay until the very end, because the final message brings every chapter together in a way that completes the entire journey. As this chapter closes, remember that the future is never discovered all at once. It unfolds one step, one decision, and one sunrise at a time. Tomorrow morning gives your son another chance to grow, to learn, and to move closer to the person he is becoming. Let him begin the day with confidence, patience, and gratitude for every opportunity that comes his way. Years from now, he may not remember every detail of this message, but he may remember the morning when he decided to believe that even the smallest beginning could lead to something truly remarkable. There is one last realization that changes the way this entire journey is understood. By now, you may have noticed that tomorrow morning is not powerful because of a promise. It is powerful because every sunrise carries possibilities that no one can fully predict. Your son will wake up with another chance to learn, to grow, and to take one meaningful step forward. Don't skip these final words, because something valuable is waiting in the way you choose to see the day ahead. Sometimes the biggest turning points begin so quietly that they are only recognized after they have already changed everything. Think about how many remarkable stories begin with simple moments that almost seem too ordinary to matter. A new conversation can inspire a dream. A fresh idea can become the start of a lifelong journey. One small decision can quietly reshape the direction of the future. These moments never arrive wearing a spotlight. They ask only for attention, courage, and the willingness to keep moving forward. That is why every chapter of this message has pointed toward the same truth. The greatest opportunities often belong to those who are ready to recognize them while others are still waiting for something louder. As this message draws closer to its conclusion, carry one thought with you into tomorrow. Encourage your son to greet the morning with confidence, kindness, and determination. Let him remember that every new day offers another opportunity to discover something meaningful, no matter how ordinary it first appears. Years from now, he may look back on a simple morning and realize that it became the beginning of a new chapter. Not because the future was guaranteed, but because he chose to meet it with hope, purpose, and an open heart.